Welcome back to Weather Center Live. It's time for your tropical update. I'm hurricane specialist Dr. Greg Postel with the latest on the tropics. Is this going to be the sixth season since 1960 where we have had no hurricanes through the end of August? Yep, it is. And if you look out there right now, it is pretty quiet. Let's look at the tropics overview. We are in sort of rare tranquility across the tropics for this time of year. We do have a couple of areas of interest I'll look at here more closely, one of which, the first one, is right out here in the smack dab middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Let's zoom in on this guy for us right now. And the National Hurricane Center is giving this area of interest a 20% chance of developing into a named storm or depression in the next 5 days as it generally moves to the west fairly quickly and heads towards the Lesser Antilles. It's right now about 1,000 miles to the east of those islands right in here. So what have we got on the enhanced satellite imagery? Why are they just giving it a 20% chance? Well, if you look at it, it is not well organized. Actually, the center of circulation is right in here, and that really extends all the way down to the ocean surface. This is something that you often, would like to see for development later on in the life cycle, the circulation that extends all the way to the ocean. We've already got that, but what it doesn't have is a lot of thunderstorm activity anywhere near that center. All of it is located well off to the east, and that sort of suggests to me A, that it's not well organized, but B, maybe there's some strong winds aloft that are creeping in here, moving from west to east that are pushing those thunderstorms aside. Whatever the case is, development with this system is not likely as it generally heads toward the west-northwest over the next few days. Overall, the weather models that we look at to look at the intensity of these systems keep this a relatively weak entity and do not develop it into a tropical storm. So that is good news. Let's look farther to the east at disturbance number 2. This one is just coming off the coast of Africa right now. It's got a little bit more to it. We see a lot more thunderstorm activity. That's the bright colors shaded right in here inside of this encircled region. And there's a pretty good swirl there too. And the National Hurricane Center is giving this system a 40% chance of developing into a named storm or depression over the next 5 days. Now, where's this one going? Well, if you track it using one of the weather models that we use, it's got a pretty good handle on it, I think, giving it basically a westward component of motion over the next few days, moving it out over the Atlantic and generally moving it off in the northwest direction. So we'll see what happens with this storm, see if it does, or this particular disturbance, and see if it does indeed strengthen, given that 40% chance, but it looks like it may remain out over the open waters. That's good news there. Now, we have a long way to go, we know that, because if we look at the named storms since 1981, most of them actually occur in the month of September. So September is a very busy season, and we still have over 60% of the hurricane season to go in terms of the number of named storms that you can typically expect throughout the whole year. Kelly, back to you.
Greg, thank you.